We're seeing piles of horticultural debris. I had the conversation with Mike Weiss that I had that all cleaned up there so we can come in and mow without running into that stuff. So they're continuing to throw their piles of horticultural debris over there. There's a couple new piles there. Somebody's dumping their kitty litter. Before they were dumping buckets of sand every time they redid their garden area. I asked them not to do that. I see there's a fresh set of tracks running right through the middle of our land there, and I was told by one of the tenants that the association asked the landscape people to park on my property here, and then what they do is they just drive right through the grassy area when they turn around with their truck and trailer. And the problem with that is we have infrastructure in, and that could be potentially damaging the pipes, the weight of the truck and trailer. So we try not to drive on property with anything heavy. So again, we're just going to have to address the fact that they're not respecting our request to stop throwing their trash on our property. Yeah, in the past I had a discussion with the board to ask them to stop dumping their horticultural debris in here. We have piles of things here, piles of kitty litter. We've got a tree top over here from the palm tree, a stump. Okay, and this is on an ongoing basis. I had all this cleaned up and raked out, and the reason that's relevant is because when I come in here to mow, I don't want to be hitting all this stuff. In the past, the association has turned me into the county for not mowing. I made an attempt to come in here and clean everything up, and they just refused to cooperate with me in keeping this clean. This is their debris. It's on our property. It shouldn't be here. They should be putting it on their side. Here is the stormwater drain that runs from this side goes across the road and out to the main pipe. As you can see, the whole basin here below the grate is just full of debris. Water can't flow through there. In the wet season, this whole area is flooding. The water just trickles out of here. It doesn't come out fast enough. All these pipes need to be cleaned out, potentially sewer viewed with a camera. None of this has been maintained. Yeah, so the way the stormwater drains here is it goes that side, everything flows into that grate, comes down underneath the road here in a pipe. There's another catch basin over here on this side. This one is also filled up, and then a pipe runs over to that side of the property to another catch basin. And the way this was originally designed is the water would flow from this side of the property all the way across, down a drainage ditch, into that catch basin, and then out to the road. So right now, because of all the horticultural debris and the lack of maintenance on that drainage ditch, the water's not flowing out. It's just all sitting back there. So that ditch needs to be cleaned out. These pipes need to be cleaned out to make sure that water's flowing back out to the road where the main stormwater pipe is.
And as we sit here right now, that's the responsibility of the association, right?
To maintain all the common areas, yes. If indeed they are claiming that they're in charge of this common area. Yeah, what we have here is the main catch basin that everything flows into from the different parts of the property and then flows out to the road. In here, we've taken it upon ourselves to clean part of it out already, but it's still, the pipes are halfway full. There's a lot of cleaning that's got to come out of here. Water just doesn't flow through here. I mean, this is keeping at least a foot of water that should be flowing out that can't flow through those pipes. Yeah, on the fence here you can see that they've maintained their fence on this side. I think originally this was a wood fence. They replaced it with chain link. When it comes to where our property stops, there's a clear line right there where they have not been maintaining that. All this fence needs to be repaired or replaced around the whole property. At this point we have neighbors coming in, dumping stuff, walking on the property, doing whatever they want. As you can see on the back side of the property here, there's no fencing on our side. What little fencing you do see is the neighbors, and even that's in bad shape. So nothing back here has ever been maintained in the last 30 years. So again, you can see there's no fencing on this side of the property. Another issue we've had here is for the 10 buildings that would have been on here, there should have been stub outs for the plumbing for each building in the past. They've all been knocked down and busted off, and instead of repairing those, the association should have repaired those. What they did is up front, they took the main sewer line just before it intersects with their section and filled it with concrete to stop the stormwater, instead of correctly fixing the problem back here and just repairing all those plumbing stub outs. Okay, so what we're showing here is just over in phase 1. You can see the property's nicely maintained, trees are trimmed, the grass looks nice, fence is well maintained, replaced, and trees are all trimmed here. Actually, these look like some of the trees that are probably sitting over on our property. And then down here we have the catch basin. This is for the stormwater again. Now you see in this one is properly maintained. Any of the debris in the bottom is at the level of the pipes or below. This catch basin is properly maintained. Now that water can flow as it was intended to out to the road. Back in phase 3, nothing's been maintained. The water can't flow out of those pipes. Yeah, here we have the sewer line comes through here. This is the catch basin for that sewer line. The pipe runs down the road from our property, straight down this road. And then from the buildings on either side, phase 1 and 2 here, the sewer pipes come in and they all intersect in this catch basin. What the association has done here is where our pipe comes into the catch basin, they fill that end with concrete so that we no longer have the use of our sewer line for phase 3. And the interesting part of that is they're trying to charge us assessments for sewer and water, and we can't even use our sewer system due to the fact that they filled our sewer line with concrete. And in a case like this, the road's going to have to be tore up in this area. That's going to be dug out. We have clay pipes in here. Becomes a big issue when you're trying to chip concrete out of a clay pipe and try not to break it while you're doing that.